I'm running a ROS2 program on the Raspberry Pi of the robot. This program is publishing and receiving messages in ROS format. By the end of this video, you will know how to do it too. In the previous video, I taught you how to connect all the electronics to control a robot's wheels. We were controlling the wheels from our laptop or desktop computer. In this video, we are going to see how to use a small computer instead of your laptop to control the wheels. So the robot doesn't have to be carrying our laptop everywhere. By the end of this video, we'll have a small ROS computer ready to start creating ROS programs for our robot. And in the next video, we will create our first ROS program to control the wheels. By the way, we have created a full course about how to create robots based on ROS2. This course starts from the beginning by designing the structure of the robot, selecting the motors and the sensors and the boards, and then going into the inclusion of the ROS2 controllers to make the robot work with ROS2. We will also teach you on this course how to create the simulation and how to change between simulation and real robot. Check it out because it's a very detailed course. For this video, we are going to need the Raspberry Pi board, its power supply, and an SD card. If you don't have the materials for this video, check my previous video, which contains a list of the materials required. This is a Raspberry Pi 4 board. This is a small computer in my hands. You only need to attach a monitor and a keyboard and a mouse, and then you have a full computer with this. When I started working in robotics with ROS, this kind of small computers didn't exist. So we had to put our laptops on top of the robot in order to control the wheels. In order to get the computer controlling the robot, those small boards allow us to include full computers inside the robot, and hence include all the complex control programs inside the robot. So the robot can be autonomous. We are going to do the next steps. First, we are going to install the operating system in the computer. We are going to set up the networking system. And 3, we are going to install ROS in the computer. In the next video, we will finally create a small ROS2 program that controls the robot motors. As you know, we need to install an operating system to run the computers. In robotics, the most widely used operating system is Linux. Linux has many advantages over Windows, but the main reason why many people use it in robotics is because it is open source. So you need to learn Linux if you want to be in robotics. If you don't know about Linux, take this free online course. On a first step, we need to install Linux on the Raspberry Pi. There are different ways of doing that, but the most effective for this project is to install Ubuntu. Ubuntu is a flavor of Linux. It simplifies a lot the installation and usage of Linux. The operating system will be installed in the SD card. The SD card acts like the hard drive of the computer. To do this, we'll use the official Raspberry Pi imager. We'll use it to load Ubuntu onto the SD card by using a PC. First, download the Raspberry Pi imager from this link into your PC. Insert the SD card to your PC or SD adapter. Then, launch the Raspberry Pi imager. Next, select the following options. And select the storage as the SD card. Click Next. When Use OS Customization pop-up appears, select Edit Settings. Then set the host name as 我的机器人, set the username as Robotics Master, and finally set a password for Robotics Master. We need to set up the network system so the robot's computer can connect to your Wi-Fi. If you're running a Raspberry Pi without a monitor and keyboard, you can't interact with it directly because there is no screen to see what's happening or keyboard to type commands. That's why networking is essential. It allows you to connect to the Raspberry Pi remotely from another computer by using an SSH terminal. Summarizing, with network access, you can control and configure the Pi once it boots by using an external PC. Select Configure Wi-Fi and add your Wi-Fi network to SSID and also add its password. Then select Set Locale Settings and choose your region and keyboard layout. Next, under Services tab, ensure Enable SSH is selected. Then click Save. In the Use OS Customization pop-up, select Yes. And finally, flash the SD card. This may take a while.
2 hours later.
Once the process finishes, we have a properly set up SD card that can be used to boot the Raspberry Pi computer. Insert the SD card in the Raspberry and switch it on. Once the Raspberry Pi has boot, it should be connected to your Wi-Fi. But you need to know its IP address, so you can use it to access the Raspberry Pi using the SSH. To discover the Raspberry Pi address, download the app Network Scanner on your phone. It is available in Android and iOS. Then open the app and scan your Wi-Fi network and look for a host name with the name GTRAN. Then remember the IP that appears there for your Raspberry Pi. Now that you know the IP address of your Raspberry Pi, you can access to it from your PC through SSH. Open a terminal and launch the following SSH command. At some point in time, the terminal will ask you for enter the login password. Just type the password you assigned during the SD card generation. If everything went okay, you should now be inside your Pi remotely from your PC. The Ubuntu system that we installed in the SD card doesn't contain the latest updates of Ubuntu, so we need to update it. Since we are already SSH'd to the Raspberry, we only need to type the following command in the terminal.
Three days later.
Now, the system is updated. Yes. Woo! Almost there. Now, your system is ready to install ROS. Let's go. We are going to install in our robot ROS2 Jazzy because it is the latest long-term support distribution of ROS2. To install ROS in the computer of the robot, first, let's enable the required repositories by launching the following commands on the SSH terminal. Then, let's add the GPG key required for ROS. Launch the following commands. Next, add the repository with the list of ROS packages available. Then, install some development tools required. Let's install ROS itself.
$2,000 later.
Done! ROS is now installed in the Raspberry Pi. Awesome! Woo! Check the comments for a post including all these commands. Finally, let's configure the bash RC file so it sources ROS on every terminal that is open in the Raspberry Pi. If you don't understand this sentence, then you definitely need to take the Linux video. For this, launch the following command. Do you understand that command? Now, restart the Raspberry Pi to have all the configurations take place. Let's launch a simple ROS program that comes with the ROS installation. First, SSH into the Raspberry Pi from your PC. Then, once you are logged in, launch the following command. You should see a message showing this. This program is a ROS program that is sending a ROS message to the world. But so far, nobody listens. So let's launch a ROS listener and see what happens. So now you need to do a second SSH from another terminal of your laptop. Then on that terminal, launch this other command. You should see something like this. Now, we can see how the listener is listening to the ROS messages that the publisher is sending to the world. This means that your ROS system is properly installed. Congratulations! So now we have a full system ready to start creating complex robot programs. The homework for today: follow the whole process and have it ready for the next video. Then share an image in the comments of your Raspberry switch on with your terminal showing SSH access to the Raspberry. And the question for today is, why we didn't install the Ubuntu desktop version in the first place? Very few people know this answer, so I would like to know if you are one of them. You can write the answer below on the video comments, and on the next video, we will finally create a small ROS2 program that will control the robot motors. We will finally be able to control the wheels by using ROS. And that is all for today. Remember to do the homework and answer the question. But the journey doesn't stop here. Check our next video where you are going to learn how to create a ROS2 program that you are going to put it inside the Raspberry Pi and then control directly the motors of the robot. See you there.